Coming up on Mountain News this morning, a manhunt for the former chief of the governor of Maryland ends in gunshots down in East Tennessee. And a local nonprofit asks for the community's help with providing support and comfort to survivors of sexual assault.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Chas Gayhart. It is 5:34 on Tuesday. It's April 4th. I've asked all morning. I can't remember what day it is. Oh, Brandon, how are you this morning?
Doing okay.
I'm still trying to pull it together.
It's okay. It's okay. You get a break after today.
Yes, I do.
That's right. And we'll see you again next week. But anyway, forecast today starting to cooperate pretty well for today, but tomorrow it could be a different story. Let's take a look at Jenkins Mountain, US 119, US 23. All quiet this morning. No major issues out there as we travel the roads early. Temperatures on the milder side, 60 in Harlan. And that's it right now. It was 60 in Irvin there just a few minutes ago, but they're down to 59, joining Moorhead, Somerset, and London out there this morning. 57 Prestonsburg, Logan, and Jackson, and 58 in Middlesboro. 45 now in Grundy. They're up a degree there this morning. First alert weather app forecast. You're going to want to have this the next couple of days because we're going to be tracking some showers and storms on here tomorrow and tomorrow night especially. But today, the story is the warmth. 82 a daytime high, almost a summer preview with some late day sunshine, maybe a sprinkle or two at times today as well. Chas?
Thanks, Brandon. The manhunt for Roy McGrath ended with a deadly encounter with authorities. Maryland Governor Larry Hogan's former chief of staff died Monday after a confrontation with the FBI in Knoxville, Tennessee. An attorney for McGrath's wife confirmed he died at a local hospital. No details have been given as to what happened exactly, but the FBI referred to the confrontation as a shooting incident. McGrath was taken into custody Monday after a nationwide manhunt. He faced charges in relation to an alleged scheme to fleece the state of Maryland out of more than $276,000. He pleaded not guilty and was released on bond. Police have made an arrest in a drug case that has been ongoing since mid-February. On Friday, officers with the Laurel County Drug Interdiction Task Force served a search warrant at the home in Keavy. 65-year-old Arnie Lewis of Keavy was arrested and taken to the Laurel County Correctional Facility. Officers say they found around 7 ounces of meth and around $9,400 in cash. He is currently charged with trafficking in a controlled substance, but was previously convicted on a federal charge of distribution of cocaine. Staying in Laurel County, one man is facing charges after police say he used a device meant for cows on 2 children. On Friday, deputies responded to a home on Littontown Road a bit after 10 a.m. to arrest the man living there on active warrants. During an earlier investigation, police discovered the suspect in the case, 32-year-old Anthony Jones of East Bernstadt, was accused of using an electric cattle prod on 2 children to discipline them. Deputies say they believe it happened multiple times. He is facing several counts of criminal abuse and was taken to the Laurel County Correctional Center. And those with the Laurel County Sheriff's Office is asking for your help identifying the owner of this car. They're investigating a burglary of storage units south of London. Anyone that has any information can call the Sheriff's Office at 606-864-6600. The Rising Center in Hazard is in need of volunteers. The center works with survivors of sexual assault. They have various programs, including their Green Dot program, that promotes safety and advocating for sexual violence survivors. Volunteer coordinator Sheila Spencer says the work of volunteers is important.
Because right now we don't have very many, but the work is very important. I do understand that it is hard work and it is a lot to take in. And a lot to deal with and whatnot, but it's very rewarding in itself.
Spencer says there are more ways for you to become a volunteer. She says even supporting and advocating for victims is helpful. For more information on how to become a volunteer, you can visit its Facebook page. March marked 3 years since the COVID-19 pandemic began in the U.S. Studies from americashealthrankings.org show the effects of the pandemic are still being felt across the Commonwealth. But on Monday, the Foundation for a Healthy Kentucky launched a campaign in an effort to encourage Kentuckians to focus on their health. WYMT's Olivia Calfee has more.
They're calling it Raise Your Guard Kentucky. Ben Chandler, president and CEO of the Foundation for a Healthy Kentucky, says Kentuckians have long struggled with chronic diseases, but says they do not have to accept it as a status quo.
Really, just across the board, Kentucky's health rates are not good. And the problem that we have seen with COVID and coming out of COVID is that these rates of underlying disease have exacerbated the danger that people deal with relative to COVID.
He says their goal for this campaign is for Kentuckians to focus on the basics.
Need to focus on just what you need to do every single day to be healthier. Move around more, eat better, get more sleep, and a number of other things. So we all could use a reminder, and to the extent that we do these things, we're going to have healthier people and a healthier state.
Dr. Lucretia Dye was acknowledged for improving the health of her neighbors by hosting yoga classes in the community. And she explains what Raise Your Guard Kentucky means to her.
The goal is just to remind people to be still sometimes, not just physically, but also mentally, and lead in that. I believe all of these things that we have within us easily are superpowers, you all. So Raise Your Guard is really about reminding yourself of all the things that you already have within you that can help you be healthy.
Chandler says the partnership between the Foundation for Healthy Kentucky and Cabinet for Health and Family Services is supported by a $1 million grant from the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. He says the campaign consists of video resources, graphics, and other educational videos in 3 different languages. Just ahead this morning, The Rock uses social media to announce a live-action version of another popular Disney movie in the works. And he happens to be one of the biggest stars. That's on the way next.
And while we will be mainly dry again today, that trend will end late tomorrow. I'll track out our next rain and storm chances in about 3 minutes.